How to love someone that has alopecia. Number one thing is don't treat them unlikely. Don't treat them like they're hopeless. Don't treat them like they're handicapped. Don't treat them like you're trying to save them. Don't love them from a place of hurt, but love them from a place of understanding. And the best ways that you can understand people is two ways. Talking to them, well, three ways. Talking to them, listening to them, and talking to God about them. Okay? Because God is going to tell you ways that are beyond what your mind can think of, and even beyond the ways of how that person feels like they should be loved. Okay? Because things can get very interesting because God works in extreme detail. Now, let's say someone who has alopecia is working on their confidence issues. And God wants them to let go of codependency, which is relying on other people for validation. God might not want you to keep on complimenting them or coddling them and babying them when they are complaining about their image, because God is trying to build their strength. Because what's going to happen in their test is they're going to keep on encountering people in situations that arise these triggers out of them so that they become stronger, which is not reacting out of pain and offense and defense. So people have to go through things that they do not like in life. It's not that you have to save them. Just love them through their journey and love them the way that God has called you to love them. Talking to God about everyone and everything will change your life, because God created everything, which means God has a higher perspective than anything you and everyone that has ever existed has ever heard, which means there are new ways to do things. There's a reason why there are certain patterns keep repeating in earth, because people are not getting their ideas in ways from God. So people keep doing the same thing. When we see people doing new things that are beautiful, that comes from God, because new things only comes from God. Now, the Bible does say there's nothing new under the sun. That's because God knows everything, but we do not. Okay, so it's really just that simple. Just love them. Definitely do not make any rude jokes to them. Do not be the person who hurts them. Definitely apologize if you have ever did that, and don't ever make fun of anybody who has alopecia or any type of balding again. Anybody who has receding hairlines, anybody who has any type of hair loss. You love them and respect them, because obviously they did not cause that to themselves. That is something that is out of their control. You do not make fun of people for things that they cannot change, because they may have to live with that for the rest of their life. Okay, another way to love people who have alopecia is by loving God more and loving yourself more, so that you become a better person, so that it does not become of how you can help everyone else, but your lifestyle literally becomes a radiation of helping people, because you are so connected to God. It's really that simple. I don't really think I've ever had anybody in my life who treated me different or weird because I had alopecia or made fun of me. I can't really recall, but I do see it all the time, and I have always been the type of person who wants to defend other people, but God helped me with that as well, because that's like a form of people pleasing, and I had to realize that everyone has their journey. So some people have to go through things that hurt. We can't spend all of our life trying to save people, but when we do help people, we have to know that it comes from God, because it has been situations where I have even tried to give homeless people money and they didn't even want to accept it. And sometimes God tells me not to give to certain people. So you have to understand the difference between what looks like a good thing in society and what is a God thing. Okay, I am a spiritual advisor. Read the description area to learn more about what I do. And I help people understand the ways that God communicates. I love you, and most importantly, God does too. I also help people come out of New Age and understand those ways, which is why you will see those things in the description area.